Hi Sagittarius, welcome in. How are you? I'm good. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Lots of energy work all day today, so I'm excited to get into this. My name is Carol Lisette. I am here with your manifestation, activation, chakra cleanse, frequency activation, and tarot reading for the month of August 2025. Here I go into my viewer in the lights chakra system, wherever you may be affected by the archetype, by the energies of Sagittarius. Everyone has very unique and particular birth natal charts, astrological. So wherever you may be, this is a co-creative effort. So wherever you may be working with the archetype of Sagittarius in any way, shape, or form, it has to do with travel and philosophy and things like this. Wow, big energy. So Sagittarius, if you would enter into this energetic exchange with me for the greatest good of everybody involved, let's get started. The information for the chakra cleanse will be in the description box of this tarot by Lisette YouTube video in the description box, or in this Facebook comments section. If you are on any other platform, TikTok or Instagram, you will need to navigate to YouTube or Facebook to access the chakra cleanse. I will go in now with the Sacred Geometry Oracle activations by Lon. I will follow a spread based on the 7 basic hermetic principles of manifestation. I will activate these frequencies for you, and we will get into some tarot for some storylines. We'll see where you resonate, where you don't. At the end of the video, we get into some straight channeling with the All Things Intuitive Oracle deck, Oracle system. Okay? All right. Sagittarius, I now ask that you think to yourself, ask yourself, what have I been thinking about lately? What emotions does that evoke in my experience? What have I been feeling lately? And what are those emotions a result of? By just having a moment to ask yourself this question and just present it to your higher self, to your own consciousness, you are now starting the process of balancing your heart and mind, your inner compass. So as I shuffle and channel this, maybe mull on that for a moment, okay? Just a second now. Spirit in the highest living light, 7 cards, please. For Sagittarius, we're at 3 minutes and 5 seconds. It's okay. I'm an energy worker. I stim. Okay. I'm working the energy as we go here. 7 cards, please. In the heart space, you've got the sacral, the head allowance, solar plexus, discernment, heart, fertility, and dynamic. Perfect. Let's go in with the Rider-Waite-Smith system here and get a little bit more so I can work out this energy for us. Seven cards, please. All right, here we are. Let's get going. So in the headspace, we've got the principle of mentalism. What you think about, you will attract. So we've got this over your headspace, the frequency of the sacral chakra. Where is my magnet? Let me get my magnet. Thanks for your patience. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Sacral chakra have a look. I will post a picture of these activated frequencies so that your subconscious will have a frame of reference. I am activating these frequencies. These geometrical patterns exist in the macrocosm, the microcosm, and they also exist within you. Sacral chakra. So it is. With the Two of Cups, this has got to do with romantic love. So you have been thinking about how to be creative, especially when it comes to romantic love. I could be speaking to somebody who's in the middle of writing a romance novel, somebody who's literally in the middle of falling in love, somebody who just finished dancing and singing to a love song. This is an energy where your sacral chakra is lit. You can hold the charge. You can hold this creative spark, this charge of sacred energy when it comes to romantic love. This is a combination of someone who wanted a love so big and grand that they had to expand their consciousness, and also their physical body, and able to hold and support this crazy strong charge of this kind of sexual passionate attraction, sacred charged energy, in combination with romantic love like this, truly pouring into another's cup of true unconditional romantic love. The condition is that it's safe. I see that you have expanded so much to be able to hold the charge of this love. The two of you can't be at each other's necks all day. You've got to live life. And so your beautiful, sacred, creative energy in this relationship translates to your everyday life. In your headspace, you may be just creating you may just be all the time thinking of your partner, or you may be just deeply in love with your team, with the people that you're creating with right now. You may just be really happy, and that may be super contagious. But I just see somebody who is living in romance. People may be struck by your essence as you pass by. Honestly, your pheromones may be up and stuck. You may be needing to you may be just very high energy person who's feeling in romantic love, in this energy of true romantic love where you can trust somebody to fall back. I see. So this is always like a trust fall thing where you fall into the universe. It also kind of encompasses the principle of correspondence, as above, so below. I see your, I want to say perspective. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I see your perspective saucers, flying saucers, but they're also cups. And I see them above that you've been pouring and pouring into this capability to hold such a strong, passionate, sacred, creative energy with another person in your daily lives. You two may be just creators together or something. Or you may have a large family, or you two may be very passionately charged by one another. And so there had to be a very big expansion. The two of you probably separately had to deal with a lot of big energies like on your own and be able to hold that before you could come together. This is beautiful. Moving forward here. So, and like I said, if you're not, this may not be for you if you haven't been really thinking about like how to safely express your sacred energy. And if you haven't been culminating in your experience, the capacity to hold a very large sacred charge alongside romantic love, which when you're in a romantic loving relationship with someone, you're, like I said, you're not going to be at each other's necks all the time. So it's like a proper channeling, holding of this charge and then emanating out. Other people are also going to feel this type of love and be inspired by it. And other people are going to be highly offended by it, because to some people it may even seem obscene because the charge is so strong. Moving forward here, we'll switch into the heart space. I equate this with the principle of polarity. We traverse the different poles of our emotions with the frequency of allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Allowance, number 9. Here we are, darling. Allowance. Just allow it. Well, I think that you're allowing yourself to feel your own feelings. And like I said, like you have had to hold this charge. You've had to like expand in the heart space. There's been a lot sent towards your heart space. And I think that you learned discernment with this. And now you're holding your coins back with the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins has got to do with holding your own wealth to yourself at this time. So in order to allow the universe, allow yourself to feel wholly and completely your own essence, your own, what is yours, finding out the boundaries, feeling out those boundaries, and knowing your own space, like the container that you have in your heart. First of all, on your own, and then, like I said, you use this heart space cup to pour then into your romantic partners. So, but you're holding back from everybody and anything else that would drain from your sacred energy. I see this in the heart space, and thereby allowing the universe, all these different frequencies, or even just this experience of love to come into your heart space and fill you up. Wow. This is beautiful. The amount of energy and motion that will come through your heart space, then you will be able to decide what to entertain and what not to entertain by just simply being very mindful of your own energy and holding it back and taking stock and taking kind of getting your bearings about what wealth do I hold. It may not seem like you bring much to the table, but you do, darling. And actually, it's the expansion of space that space is the biggest, most wonderful creator. The time and space of silence where within God breathes and lives. And by this expansion, and by not allowing others to just so fleetingly go in and out of this heart space, then you can receive, you're allowing to receive these emotions, this energy and motion through the heart space. And you're able to create with it, with the head space, sacral chakra being activated in the head space. It is absolutely beautiful. We will move forward here with the principle of correspondence, as above, so below, as was mentioned also in the head space here, with the solar plexus chakra. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole solar plexus chakra. What I see here with your solar plexus chakra is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the spy. The one who is, the page has got a message, but actually the message is to go and receive. The messenger, this messenger is sent out to spy and bring the messages back to the home base or wherever, or even just back into themselves. I oftentimes see the Page of Swords as somebody who is self-taught. Someone who was not granted guidance in the thought realm, actually was granted the complete opposite of guidance in the thought realm. So this may be where this holding your own energy back may come from, because you needed to really understand what it is you stand for, what thoughts that you want to entertain and what you refuse to entertain. Let's hydrate here. So, well, you had to get really confident and teach yourself, and then not only just teach yourself and deal with all of the, I really don't like this term imposter syndrome, because there's no syndrome, there's no diagnoses of anything, and nobody's an imposter if they're embodying themselves. So it's just like such a off-putting word, but that is here what you conquered, some off-putting idea like this, that you could possibly ever be an imposter of being yourself. No, other people maybe were putting and planting into you, putting these ideas about the complete opposite of how to be confident, how to be really understand who you are. No, they tried to put in ideas of who they were. This is a lot of projection and a lot of wrongness around you, toxic behaviors. And then those behaviors, they translate into a child or adolescence, or even an adult, whatever you're around, translates into your thought forms, the patterns of thought that you have and what you decide to entertain here. And I see that in this principle of correspondence, as above, so below, you decided that you were going to teach yourself, be self-taught. You probably put yourself in circles of people who are more healthy. You probably started reprogramming yourself and started to then challenge yourself and gain, I see. So you learned and you implemented, you failed forward. You learned, you implemented, you failed forward. And you were not getting guidance. So you were just implementing by your own intuition and by mimicking these other people here. And so you failed and failed backwards, but also expanded. I see this. As above, so below, you are filling these cups up. Actually, as above, you are filling this own cup of love with yourself by failing forward over and over again and building your own confidence. This is what I see here. As above, so below. You've built your own sacral confidence and you're self-taught. And so you've probably got an amazing and unique perspective I see here. Let's move forward into what you can change with the principle of cause and effect. Every action has a reaction with discernment. I see you had to learn your own discernment, darling. Number 20. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom, discernment. Here we are. With the sun. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at singing, but this is the sun card. It's Cancer energy, the happiest card in the deck. You built this discernment up. You decided to connect with your own sacral energy. What was it that was going to make you happy? Apparently, it was going to be living this romantical life, pouring into yourself as a romantic partner would, attracting a romantic partner into your life or something like this. In the heart space, getting into the resonance of allowance and holding all your energy back from anything that wouldn't be safe for your sacred energy, or maybe for even this romantic idealized life. This could be a friendship or like I said, camaraderie, associates, your team. This is just loving yourself and aligning with other people who romantically love themselves, whether they have a partner or not. It has to do with really true loving you, true care, true loving care. So being able to create in that very exciting energy. So it's a very, very exciting, very abundant, very attractive. And I just see that you had to really learn how to hold your own wealth to yourself so that you can allow all this to come through. Become confident. Teach yourself how to become confident. You earned discernment and happiness here, darling. You earned the ability to be in this I'm activating these frequencies just to kind of to help you in the thought space, to just go through the physical motion with the magnet to let you know, look here, this is in your energy. I have found it. Also, I'm going to take an action to help you reconnect with this energy, this sacred geometric pattern and frequency that does resist and reside within you. You have, and when it comes to what have you changed, alchemizing cause and effect, what did you change? You chose to be happy. And you chose to do the work to be happy. And I'm so proud of you. And I want you to trust your own discernment here because you made that change. And just like I'm going through these motions that somebody else would think this is self-taught, like what I'm saying to you, you probably self-taught yourself, your own methods, your own ways. It is absolutely beautiful because in your own discernment, you are embodying a happiness that is then again with people around you. Not only are you inspiring people to want to be living in this romantic love, pouring into their own cup, eventually another's, but now you're just acting in you've changed your life, you've changed things, some circumstances here, and chose to be in happiness, and that is just, it's catching, darling. This is catching. It's beautiful. Moving forward, this is crazy. We've got our third chakra activation, and what won't be changed? I equate this with the principle of gender because you're not going to change the fact that we need gender to reproduce. Well, on a large scale anyway. So here we are with the principle of gender and the frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life. Number 4, the heart chakra. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the body and the mind. Wow. I'm I'm super charged right now. So, okay, heart chakra. Let's get it going. The thing is, the reason why it's really affecting me like this, the reason why I had to really slow down is because the card for this particular deck, this is the Rider-Waite-Smith system, but they added in the Fountain card. And the Fountain card has to do with just being and connecting with your own essence. Being with yourself in a moment in the quietude. connecting with that inner voice of light. So, and I see a beautiful heart chakra. So this won't be changed. You're going to need to take time to meditate and be still to connect with the heart chakra and keep it open and flowing. Only because the state of the world today is designed purposely, every which way you go is attacking the heart. They're wanting the heart to be shut down. And I see by your beingness, okay, you made the changes in everything. You've resonated into this kind of discernment. Okay, and you're in this vibration of super happiness. When I see a major arcana in this particular spread, it shows that this is part of your destined path. You've stepped off of the path of fate and just going with the motions and stepped into some contractual agreement where you wrote this in for yourself, darling, that you would be discerning and that you would be happy, and you have made the changes and done that. And I see that you now are there. You're in this frequency, and you just need to continue just being, so that you can do your meditations and connect to the heart chakra on purpose. Bathe yourself in the emerald light. Bathe yourself in this heart chakra when you are being still. Connect to the things that open your heart, your family, your friends, your children, your grandchildren. These are things, your pets, your animal, your art, whatever, whatever is, I wish I could tell you to look into my past so you could feel inspired, because I want you to look into some type of triumph, something that makes you feel like you can also defeat your own goals. So whatever it has been that you've done, darling, schedule and time. This won't be changed. Connect to the heart chakra during quiet meditation where you are just being one with everything. Moving forward in the principle of rhythm, there's a rhythm to everything with this principle. There's a rhythm to your heart, there's a rhythm to your breath, there's a rhythm to the way that you go about your day, there's a rhythm to the seasons, etc., and so on. The way that I look at this kind of rhythm is how you go in and out of your creative flow. So what is your personal rhythm when you're going through your days, your mundane tasks and the phone calls and the this and the bodily functions, even for an artist, are fucking annoying when you're like in it and you're like, oh, I have to drink water for the oxygen to the brain, but then I have to pause doing this. Like, this is the kind of creative that I see this person that is like even getting annoyed with the necessity to deal with their body. I see somebody in a crazy creative flow, and the way that you go in and out of that creative flow right now, maybe on 10, it may be supercharged right now. I'm just hearing this charge, supercharged, hold the charge. I'm just feeling this. And it's with the frequency of fertility, number 27. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Fertility, number 27. Have a look. This is gender neutral, okay? This reading is gender neutral. With the major arcana of the Chariot, more Cancer energy. I highly suggest you looking into where Cancer and the aspects, Sagittarius, between your Cancer and Sagittarius energy or something, or your houses, or wherever your Cancer placements are, darling. So, okay, so it's a major arcana. So you have come into this. This is like very big mothering energy. This is big time mom energy. So you are probably you're allowing all these downloads to come to yourself and holding all of your wealth to yourself. And it is making you so fucking fertile. And it seems like if you haven't gotten this romantic offer or whatever, if you haven't come into union with some type of thing where you can pour into one another's cups and just like live this overall romantic, experience, ideal life, I see that coming in really quickly for you. I see very balanced, okay, this is somebody or something, some kind of inspired action through the heart chakra. So this is why you're connecting also with your heart to others. And this is having to do with like being able to be impulsive, because you can run that energy through your heart to know whether or not it's yours and follow that. So something is going to come into fruition. Your creative flow is on. Follow your intuition right now, darling. Follow your intuition. If you're called to go somewhere, if you're called to look something up, if you're called to just like follow your intuition here, because you have got some beautiful fertile downloads coming through. I love the way that you're dealing with your creative flow. I love how you're going in and out of this creative flow. Make sure you're taking time to drink and rest, even if it might be annoying. Moving forward, okay? It's going to clear it. Your water, you take a drink of the water and it's like, I can see clear, like really. So take the time for the self-care. You have to do it, okay? Moving forward here, your overall vibration, dynamic, number 23. Even if you have to hire, I understand. You may not be able to hire out for your self-care, but if you can, do it, okay? So number 23, dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Dynamic. I'm watching the little kitten that I filmed the other day running around. Dynamic. That is beautiful. With the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Wands, they're holding this in their hand. This reminds me of a game of jacks, even though it's a marble. Normally, the Two of Cups is a portal where somebody's having some indecision, like they've got a passion and they've got to go one way or the other. Which way do they want to go? Like what shore, what dock do they want to go to? What pier do they want to go to wait for their ships to come in? This is the choice here. And they're looking at the world with this Two of Wands. And I see a very big dynamic. I see your spirit teams working with you in all these different dynamics. So if you're like at a precipice of a portal right now and you haven't chose the particular timeline, this could be like a very similar two timelines, but just like, do I want to approach it this method or that method? I'm just seeing it like not as a huge one. So I'm just seeing like the dynamics are going to reveal themselves. You're in this frequency of dynamic. Spirit, the universe will show you when to follow your intuition and make this choice, this decision. You're so dynamic right now. You've got 1, 2, 3 chakra centers activated here. Allowance, discernment, and fertility for the other ones. That is this dynamic for today. Let's get another round here with the Rider-Waite-Smith system. Nice green light. Okay, we've got time. That was 2634 on the timer. 7 cards, please, Spirit. Let's get some more here on this story. Wow. Okay, I'm seeing like all of this air energy. I'm just seeing like swords straight up to the, like I'm seeing, do you see this? Kind of, it looks like a sword, the sword straight up. And then this also in being, so in the fountain. So I'm seeing downloads coming in like crazy for you. When you're happy, when you're studying, and when you're meditating, all 3 are important, okay? That's a message. All 3 are important, guys. 7 cards, please. Holy cow, chicken and duck. Come on. I'm not complaining. It's just like, wow. In the sacral chakra, and so in your headspace with the sacral chakra, the sacred energy, and the mind space, thinking about the sacral, you may be fantasizing a lot here about this Two of Coins, because I have the Queen of Wands here. Like, yeah, you ready? Get ready for something really amazing to happen. In the headspace, you are probably thinking about actions. You're getting ready to take action, and your team is behind you. You're getting ready to take action. I see you ready here. The Queen of Passions, okay? The Queen of Wands with the sacral energy in the headspace. Your team is behind you, okay? You are protected. You are being watched over here, okay? You are the sun. Here comes the sun. I'm hearing it again with that sun card, and this looks like a sunflower, and it's just like looking, you are the sun here, darling. In the headspace, and you just keep on shining. Shine bright like a diamond. Be ready. I think that other people also need to be ready for you to come in, because when you come in, you're taking action. The Queen of Wands is the one that she's getting ready to make the meal for everybody in the kitchen. It's a big kitchen. We've got 4 different freaking ovens, and this reminds me of when I used to cater these big events in these people's homes, and you know, the woman of the house, I would be there, and I'd bring my daughter, and we would be there catering these big holidays, and like around Thanksgiving, and these women, like it was, I had to like prepare kosher food and stuff, so I needed direction. And these women, they would come in like the Queen of Wands, like they'd have everybody at a station, they'd have everything there, and they'd give you your jobs, and then they'd kind of swoop in all the way through. They'd go make the rounds in the house, check on the guests, give love and everything, and then come back in and kind of check on this and check on that. And okay, now you do this and the other thing. And I see this energy of very strong, directed, passionate energy, but very safe Here comes the sun. This is what I see with you. In the heart space here with allowance, we've got the Four of Coins. You're holding back your wealth and allowing the downloads to come through with the King of Swords. You are not playing no games with your heart. In your heart space, you are receiving these downloads. I'm talking about, I saw those swords. I was seeing those swords in the Fountain Tarot now with the Starman Tarot. I'm seeing this queenly energy in the headspace now with the romantic love and the sexual energy, and then the allowance holding back your wealth. The King of Swords, this is tactical. Your team has you doing this in your heart space. You are very protected. Anybody trying to encroach upon your heart or hurt you, I see you very sharp and taking action, actually cutting people off if they were to do something, like if they were trying to confuse you or anything else. I don't see anybody having the ability to confuse you or anything like that right now. I see you taking notes and putting action behind these downloads that you're receiving. Your boundaries are up very high. Moving forward, another queen. Wow, so much royalty here. In the solar plexus chakra, you've got as above, so below here. The principle of correspondence. So as above, you are learning, receiving these downloads, darling. And now you're going to be able to take, I want to say take inspired action, but I think that you're going to be able to move forward. And whatever your emotional endeavors are, you will be birthing something. Do you see this? Somebody might be on TV. Somebody might be breaking the airwaves the way she's sitting. Like she's sitting. Look at her. Oh my God. My goodness. Well, anyway, I'm just getting this idea of like, because the TV's broken, you know, breaking the airwaves. What is that? What else? I love this art. It's so beautiful. Even more sacred geometry coming through. Okay, you're bringing light codes down with your emotions. Your emotions right now are so you were like, I saw those cups getting filled, those saucers getting filled up above in the sky, and now I see you having a reign over that here in the 3D. And really those emotions coming into play. You have now gotten confident enough and learned how your own particular way of channeling, bringing things in. So you're bringing something, like I said, light code, something brand new. You're self-taught, brand new, fresh perspective. And now I'm seeing like I said, you're going to be using your emotions safely. You've taught yourself how to do that confidently. Look at how confident she is. And it could be something with like your studies, the way you see things. This principle of correspondence does correlate with the third eye chakra. So it seems like you have very clear vision. Very good. Let's move forward here. And your cause and effect, the principle of cause and effect here with discernment, beautiful. And the sun, okay, and the sun, you've got the King of Cups here. Wow. You have the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, and now you've got the King of Cups. You are so freaking badass right now. And there's a call for action, emotional call for action. Spirit wants you, okay, your own very spirit, your team is talking. Spirit wants you to use your discernment to make changes by being happy and sharing that with other people. Create your art or do the thing like bake the pie for the neighbor, give the phone call to the elderly aunt, go outside, do things that are going to also enable more emotion to flow. So the King of Cups is going to make sure that this energy is like water, is like moving, flowing like water. Discernment. And you see how he's got his hand on his head? You can trust yourself. In this emotional action, you can really trust yourself. So you may not be displaying it. The King of Cups is very, very driven by his emotions, but he doesn't have like, you know, I'm stimming and I'm like talking really loud and I'm very excited right now. I feel this. He feels all of these emotions that I'm enacting, but he holds it very well. So you may be also doing that, like using your discernment to spread your love and your light, and really like to spread it around. I don't know if it's with your art or if it's like for your family and the work that you're doing or whatever this manifestation is. It's absolutely beautiful with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups and romantic love. If you have been manifesting romantic love, I see it coming through with two people who really, really love one another. And you might have kids with this fertility. You may be raising kids or something, or you may be sowing seeds, helping people make things. So the heart chakra, moving forward here with the heart chakra and then the fountain. Now you have got the wheel of fortune. It's not going to change. You are going to be connecting to your heart chakra. You will be meditating, just being. Okay, the fountain has to do with connecting with the fountain of youth, the timelessness of being here now. Connecting through your heart chakra, it is going to bring you wealth. Look at this. And this is very serious. This is like also the wheel of time. This is very, very serious. You, when you're connecting to yourself, your higher selves and everything, that is why you're able to hold the capacity for this wheel of fortune. And also there may be that you have some type of hand in fortune for other people in the way that they express their emotions or something in that way. Like enabling people to understand and be in this by just walking the walk. Lots of fortune coming to you. So to whom much is given, much is required. And so this, what is much required from you is the fact that you are keeping your heart chakra open and being in the moment so that you can also receive those downloads. I'm seeing people with these swords up in the air. It's absolutely beautiful. Moving forward here in your overall rhythm with fertility and the chariot, you have now got the devil. You might with the wheel of fortune and then the devil, and these are destined cards coming up. Not only do you have nothing but royalty here on the board, but now you have got all of this major destined energy. It seems like you made some really big changes and you reprogrammed yourself when it coming around sacral energy, or somebody might be coming through to help you also complete that. Something happening here. You might be receiving some passionate help because it is the Queen of Wands, receptive of the passion. So, well, okay, so you've got the devil here, your big Capricorn energy, Capricorn Cancer energy, okay, and this is a Cancer card. So your fertility, I'm telling you, like whatever you are trying, if you're trying to like drop seeds or you're trying to like plant those the faith of a mustard seed into somebody, right now is the time to spread your wisdom in loving light, okay? Now is the time. Like the time is now. Because there's going to be great fortune and everything, and then Capricorn devil energy is going to come through. So that means that there's going to be a lot of temptation around this. You're going to be taking your inspired action, and there's going to be this devilish energy, and I just see you so fertile that I can't help but say you may really become impregnated or get somebody pregnant. Okay, because you might really be enjoying yourselves. Like, and came in saying romantic love, this kind of big romantic love, you guys can't be at each other's throats all. Maybe you will be, I don't know, or maybe you'll be locked away with this secret passion, and you might overindulge on like maybe coffee or whatever it is that you use to keep yourself up when you're working on your creative work. So you just be careful, okay? You just, everything in moderation, darling. You're very fertile. You don't want anything to throw off your pH balance too much right now. I just really mean that. So your creative flow is golden right now. It's precious. You are precious. Your energy is precious. It's top tier, on point. Don't let anybody encroach on it. I see that you've put up very strong boundaries here with all this king and queen and holding back your wealth and everything else. But I just want to just like quickly say, protect your peace, protect your area, protect your home, put up your wards. Whatever it is that you do, pray over your family and your home, and make sure you are taking time for this heart space meditation, okay? Your overall vibration with dynamic, super dynamic. We just had this whole reading. I know you heard everything I said here. Choosing this, you could get with this, or you could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that, but you should get with this, because this is where it's at. So, okay, in your heart space, so look at, this is what you're choosing, like your dynamics. You might be really enjoying music right now and like using that, like a lot of the time. There have been times when I made serious life decisions following my intuition just by like a playlist, pressing shuffle on a playlist, and just knowing full and whole, that is the song. That song is giving me the action. So I'm not saying to do that. I'm not your mental health professional or anything else. This is a video for entertainment purposes only. But what I see here is that in your restive state here, this is more restive meditation. More restive meditation. More of it. So your downloads are going to be coming in. You'll be making this decision. This dynamic decision will come to you. Okay, maybe listening to music, maybe in calm meditation, but also I'm seeing active meditation, dancing, maybe interpretive dance here. I'm seeing somebody who can do this and do maybe different, what are they called? Some yogic terms. I'm hearing yoga terms like people who are really into this practice. So make sure that you are doing this because you're receiving what you need. Very dynamic. You will know what to do. Make sure you're getting your rest, darling, okay? It's like supercharged. So they're reiterating meditation and rest, grounding. So this is what I see here. Oh my gosh, let's hydrate and we will look into the shadows. What shadows did my viewer, nice living light, have to face here to get to this point? We're just going to acknowledge them. We'll see if anything needs to be brought up. We'll see what your team wants you to know. Thanks for being here with me, everybody. Wow. I don't know how to let you go is coming up. That one was upside down. I was so supercharged for this that I had to really take my time and pace myself out to get into this. So something about the well-tempered clavier, I think is pronounced that way. Let's go. 3 hearts. I wish you would come back. I don't know how to let you go. Come out again. I wish you would come back. I don't know how to let you go. I am not coming back. Oh my gosh. You had to wrestle with a desire for somebody who was very unhealthy for you. You couldn't let them go. Your spirit team made it so that they couldn't come back, and you had to accept that and gracefully accept that. I'm waiting for an apology. Your spirit team protected you because you were very attached to somebody that was very toxic, not very good for you. And maybe it was like on a lower, like below kind of the surface line. There was some discordancy with this relationship. You wish they would come back, but then you couldn't let them go. And then they left, but then they weren't coming back. And now you're waiting for an apology. One more here. I can still see you standing there. This is like ambiguity in a relationship with somebody's intentions. Like somebody who was acted like they were solid and then they were just ambiguous after that, though. Or you just maybe projected on somebody that they were being solid, but it was just complete ambiguity. Whatever it was, your spirits, that was what you had to let go of. You were not feeling safe enough to connect to your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, or your heart chakra because somebody was playing with you and making you feel so unsure of yourself and unsafe. And you can still you can still see them standing there. There's no apology coming for it. This is the messages of closure. This could be from your higher selves, the higher selves of these people that you interacted with. This could be from people who have passed on. Wherever you may need closure from, you just take it as it resonates. Use your discernment that we activated. Okay, darling? So let's keep on going here. I wish you would come back. I didn't know how to comfort you. So that was just like very empty, pointless. Almost seems like a waste of time, but no, we have to go through these discordancies so that we can really gain why it's important to have a reign and have our boundaries up and have our standards. It's very important because if somebody could come at you with uncertainty, then they could even siphon from you and waste your time, or just slow down your manifestations. I don't know how to let you go. Happiness is not a betrayal of me. Your spirits want you to be happy with yourself, even with some people that maybe taught you these behaviors and that passed on to the other side. Don't worry about it. Whatever, if they did it and you decided not to do it in this lifetime, that's fine. It's not a betrayal. Sometimes we feel guilty about not carrying on traditions or something like this, or by not staying. My daughter got married right out of high school with her high school sweetheart because she was going to the military. And immediately it fell apart, that relationship, because it was like a last-ditch effort, like trying to hold on to your high school love. They were together for 5 years. She had to be brave, even though there was this embarrassment of being married and then having to go, like, there's like the whole neighborhood watching where we came from, and then there's her military life and her own pride, and the 5 years. I mean, come on. But it says, I'm not coming back. And when she finally did that and she decided to be happy for herself, and it was not a betrayal of me or any other ancestors who would have wanted, like, I didn't want her to stay with him, but it was just like this Latino kind of programming that you get with your high school sweetheart who you lost your V to or whatever, and you get married and you stay with that one same person, and that's what a respectable girl does. No, happiness is not a betrayal of yourself. Thank God. You're not coming back. And when she did that, she was able to then further heal generational things, and she's got a wonderful, thriving family now. I'm not coming back. This is just what it's not a betrayal of your lineage to do what makes you happy. Things change, times change. Okay, what is acceptable in the world changes, and what is always acceptable to your bloodline and to your family is that you are happy and thriving and doing the work that they have laid the foundation for you to do. This is very emotional. It says, I'm not coming back here, and it says, I'm with you all the time. I think you lost a loved one. I think this is a loved one talking to you. Do what makes you happy. No one else is going to live your life. I'm waiting for an apology. What is it? I'm sorry I left while you were young. Some people from you need to go back and do some revision work for when you were young and you were abandoned. Because it seems as if you're not going to get an apology, and you need to, sometimes there's not going to be closure, and you have to give it to yourself. And we do that with revision work, where you think about that moment and how it went and feel that pain, and then say to yourself, how would I have rather that went? And imagine your younger self experiencing that, and you just need to familiarize with the frequency, and then it manifests IRL. If you really could believe in the power of your word and your faith, I can still see you standing there. I was wrong and I am sorry. So these are people too have maybe programmed. These are old negative beliefs, or these old people who try. There's a lot of remorse and a lot of support from the other side for you. And it doesn't have anything to do with you. You don't even probably, maybe I am just getting this. I have enemies that have passed on the other side. And even if they're praying for me there, I don't feel close with them. I won't. But it seems like they are having to repent. Like, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. These are people who really abused me and hurt me really bad. And I had to give myself the forgiveness. I've never got those apologies. I had to give them to myself. And I'm just recognizing also this frequency here where these people on the other side are like, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, because we leave this dimension and we're back. Space and time is funny. Awareness is funny. This experience on Earth, so it seems like you needed to learn about protecting yourself too with these other people. So let's just keep on going. Be quelled, be comforted. They didn't know how to comfort you back then. Happiness, it says, I didn't know how to comfort you. Happiness is not a betrayal of me. I'm with you all the time. This could be also like things, shadows that you are dealing with other people in your waking life, like right now, that maybe were taught or come from people who passed or your lineage. So you're like fixing those things, and they're like observing and noticing that. So very good job. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Okay, guys, good job. Let's look into messages of love. Children are important to this partnership. Coming up, we did talk about, so maybe all these shadows had to be faced and everything, and maybe your loved ones, because this whole reading was about romantic love. I'm so highly channeled, I forgot about that part. Children, soulmate. Your soulmate loves and accepts and respects you. My God, I saw fertility there. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. Things are going to be moving forward. You might be spending time alone or in nature. That will help recharge you. That's what it says. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. And chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. It's coming in. You wanted to create something? Your creation could be your children. Your business partners could be your soulmates. The retreat could be the work. The intuition is the rhythm in which you go in and out of that work. And the chemistry is the pheromones, or the sacral energy that you will be putting into this beautiful change. You don't understand when you see your art, other people are activated. This is beautiful. Move forward. Maybe you do understand. I'm just channeling here, guys. Like the impact I see here. Divine masculine energies, please, Spirit. What are they? Divine masculine says, I'm not financially stable. This could be like your driving force is the reason why you're doing it. I have trouble with intimacy. Maybe this masculine energy has trouble going because like okay, I still feel the pain. They still feel the pain. They have trouble with intimacy because they feel like a man in the world, I'm just getting this idea, like if they don't have the money to give you something, then that makes them feel pain, and maybe even makes them feel like they can't be intimate because they don't feel like they're hitting a standard here, so they can't hit the standard there or something. So I still feel the pain. I daydream about a life with you. I see life differently now. This divine masculine energy, it doesn't need to be financial. I think that they could be financially stable actually, but it's just like some other thing. It could be like maybe you're not financially stable, and maybe your energy, like your masculine energy, like this is gender neutral. Everybody has masculine and feminine. So you can take this masculine and feminine and be like, the blue to a person and the pink to a person. Or you could apply both the blue and the pink to the energies that which are within you, and then they reflect to what you attract in your life and how you interact with those things in your life. And it seems like maybe you're not feeling like you can be intimate. I'm seeing the sacred energy, like you can access your sacral energy because you still feel pain around that, and it might be affecting your finances. Number one, it seems like your ability to produce is being affected by the pain that you feel with intimacy. Maybe you're daydreaming, connecting about a life with someone, seeing life differently from this idea that you're seeing with someone, and it might be addressing this kind of place where you feel like you're having trouble with your sacred energy, this sacred intimacy. Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm just like, wow, it's a release. I am not financially stable. I love you unconditionally. So this feminine energy wants you to know, like your feminine energy receives you whether or not you can give a thing. Like you are loved unconditionally in your times where you're producing and in your times when you're not, okay? Life fluctuates. It can change in a blink of an eye. I have trouble with intimacy. It seems like you're connecting with somebody that you see life in differently now. You're daydreaming with them, and so like all this could flip in a matter of a moment. I have trouble with intimacy. It was the feminine. Masculine has trouble with intimacy. Feminine says, I was my fault, but I blamed you. So your feminine energy was maybe not able, it was very defensive, so it couldn't open up to receive the intimate gestures from the past. So it seems like there's an admission of that I blame somebody else. Now I can receive. Number one, you take accountability and you receive your punishment, and you also receive your pleasure by being honest. If you can feel like you're living honestly and you feel like things are even, then you take accountability, and then you can be yourself genuinely and enjoy a moment. I love you unconditionally. Okay, so I still feel the pain. Let's see. I bury myself in work. So you might be transmuting your pain by doing your work, and you maybe are also attracting somebody else who have overcome certain sort of same kind of pain. So this is actually good. I see your work, whatever it is, really being beneficial to you. I daydream about a life with you. I am becoming a better person. I'm telling you, daydreaming, this connection, this daydreaming, there's so much here. Everything, so much was taken, held back, like so much wealth, so many boundaries placed around you just so that you could receive this love. So you are becoming a better person around this. I see life differently now. I left before you could leave me. So I left before you could leave me. I see life differently. I daydream about a life without you. I left before you could leave me. There was some feeling of inadequacy before. And by time and space, distance, your masculine energy sees life differently now. And so now you're going to be able to receive and, come together with this manifestation. It's beautiful. Wow, that's it. Let's go in close with the wisdom of the Oracle. What a ride. Nice living light. Oh, Oracle. Oh, Oracle. What is your wisdom? Fork in the road. You might be at a fork in the road right now. What is it? Let's see, guys. It is number 13. Reach out, touch faith. Wow. Okay. Ready? Fork in the road. Can you guys see? You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do. Invest and give. Then choose. It says in italics, choose. Darling, make the choice, darling. Like this. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or because you don't know what to do, or because you're avoidant, or you don't want to admit that you're unhappy or that you're having trouble with intimacy or whatever. But I see that, making these changes is going to help you. So you don't want to be alone or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. Oh, please don't stay somewhere because you're complacent and afraid of intensity. My God, live a little. That's somebody's guide is like, live a little. God. How are you dampering yourself down like this? Like that. Like this is somebody who is appalled by your choice to stay in something unhappy in some time in the past. It doesn't have to be now. So maybe I think you've already made this change as I see it here. So everybody's timeline is different. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. I have my hand over my heart. This is beautiful. I love you, Sagittarius. I hope that helped. My name is Carol Lissette. That was your manifestation activation for August 2025, and I will see you next time. Love you.